So earlier in the year, I reviewed 28 red light therapy masks. I tried to get them all, but of course I missed a few. And of course, as my content comes out, new ones have hit the market. So what I'm going to do is share my first impressions on some of these masks you guys have been asking about. And be sure to hang around until the end of the video because I've got something that I want to ask you guys. And yeah, I think you'll like it.
I'm affiliated with some of the companies mentioned in this video, and I will earn a commission if you buy through my links or discount codes. Products were provided to me free of charge, and all opinions are my own. This is not medical advice.
All right, first up, so one of the biggest announcements that just came out in the LED mask space was the Therabody Theraface Glow. Now, I reviewed the Theraface normal, the Theraface. In fact, I think it's a really good mask because it's got a lot of features in it, a lot of power. However, it comes in at quite a high price point. I think it's like $650, and I still can't get a discount from those guys. If any of you guys have contacts with Therabody, let me know because I'd love to talk to them. Usually I get a 10% discount for you guys, but I can't get it on these products. Anyway, that price at $650 is rather off-putting, right? So the launch of this new Theraface Glow is quite attractive because the price is a lot lower. It's $380, which I think is like the sweet spot. $350 to $450 for a really good LED mask. I think that's where it's at. What do you guys think? Is that a fair price? But of course, lower price means some features no doubt have been cut. So what do we know about the new Theraface Glow? Well, first up, it's a lot cheaper. $380 compared to $650 for the standard Theraface mask. Now, I think this price is really, really attractive. I've always thought $350 to $450 is kind of the sweet spot for masks. Let me know in the comments if you agree or not. But as the price comes down, of course, we're going to lose a few features. So what is different? Well, first up, looking at the size specs, we'll see that it's actually a little bit shorter and not as wide. I do wonder if this will affect coverage because the other mask was really good. Check out my review if you haven't already. Another thing to note is the new Glow mask is about 10% lighter than the standard Theraface mask. Now this may sound good, but it's still 515 grams, which is about 18 ounces. Now, this was actually a big turnoff with the standard Theraface mask. It was very heavy and very bulky. My wife really didn't like it. She said she'd only wear it if she was sitting lying down because the weight pulled her head forward, the straps, everything. Yeah, she didn't like it. So when I first heard that there was a new budget version that was meant to be smaller and hopefully lighter, I thought this could be great. But it's still quite heavy, especially compared to the silicone soft shell masks, which are only like 200 or 300 grams. Now, I can't really comment on it until I use it, so be sure to subscribe. As soon as I do get my hands on one, I will do a proper review. Maybe if you've used one, you can share your feedback. Are they comfortable? How does it compare to the other one? Of course, the other downside, well, the other thing to note is that it's still a hard shell design mask, meaning it's still bulky. It's not going to fold up and slot into your suitcase, for instance, when you're traveling. It's more prone to breaking, and yeah, it is going to have that fixed rigidity that may cause some discomfort. So hard shell masks aren't for everyone, but if you do like the hard shell design and the benefits of the LEDs being off the face for better light coverage, it does look appealing. It's just, yeah, you need to really test it and wear it for a while to see if you're going to use it ongoing. Because if you're not going to use it all the time, there's no point buying one of these masks. Other than that, there's a few other minor changes. They still use the same LED wavelengths, red, near infrared, and blue. The battery life on the new Glow looks to be a little bit shorter, and it does still include the vibration mode that we saw in the other mask as well. And one other thing to note though, the original mask had a flexible joint through the center. The Glow doesn't have that. So again, this may impact how well it fits and how comfortable it is, because that was a nice little benefit with the Theraface mask. It did sort of wrap around the face a little bit. So what do I think? You know what? It's really hard without wearing it because that's really an important point with these masks. If you're happy with the bulk, the hard shell, off the face and all that stuff, then they're good masks. And I think at this new price point, it's very, very attractive, especially because it's still got a lot of LEDs. Actually, I forgot to mention that. The standard Theraface mask has 648 LEDs. This new Glow version, 504. So heaps of LEDs, good coverage, good wavelengths, no doubt good power, and it is coming in at a really good price point. So I actually think it could be a really good buy, but it depends on how comfortable it is. So I can't recommend it now because I haven't used it. Hopefully I can get my hands on one very soon and I will do a full review. Until then, I'm just going to say, try before you buy, or wait for me to try it. But the good thing is, there's some other cool masks. So let me explain these as well. And before I do that, I just want to say, if you are looking for a red light therapy mask, I've put together a really good red light therapy mask resource guide. I look at all the science, what you need to look for, what you should watch out for, the marketing height to dodge and all of that stuff. It's all packed into a really handy resource guide. And then you also get access to my mask shopping comparison tool. I'll put a link to that down below. Jump in there, you'll love it. I promise you. Okay, so the other mask we need to talk about is the new CurrentBody Multilight mask. Now, the CurrentBody Series 2, I reviewed, and it scored really well. It was what I call a semi-soft shell mask, I think. It's a silicone, it's flexible, but it's kind of molded to the face as well. And it had that built-in under chin strap, which I loved, and a lot of people do love as well. And of course, this type of mask is very different to the Theraface mask because it is flexible, it's portable, it's a lot lighter, and you get more of a snug fit, assuming it does fit, because that's the downside with these masks. If you've got unique features, a large nose, a high nose bridge, or whatever, you may run into some issues. But the CurrentBody one was quite good. It wasn't a top scoring mask, but if you look at the features, it is a good mask. And I do like it. I do recommend it. Again, check out my full review on the Series 2. So now they've come out with a new multi-light mask. And a lot of people have been asking me, Alex, what do you think? Well, firstly, let's go through the changes. It still keeps the 630, 830, and 1070 near-infrared wavelengths, same as the Series 2. But it also brings in 415 blue light for acne. It brings in 532 green light, and it brings in the 590 amber. So it's a 6 wavelength mask, hence the name CurrentBody Multilight. The Series 2 only had the 3 wavelengths. If you've watched my reviews and even my scoring system, you'll know that I award points for these other alternative wavelengths. Are they needed? Actually, no. If you just need the core basics, some red and a bit of near infrared is going to provide a lot of anti-aging benefits. I mean, that's what all the literature shows. It's well and truly established. Blue light is good for acne, and really, it's really only acne. I mean, there's even some side effects if you're getting too much blue exposure. So if you don't have acne, I don't recommend the blue. I gave masks an extra point if they had the blue in it. But since I've done that project, I've realized, based on my research, only about 15 to 20% of people, adults, suffer from acne. And even then, it's typically not full face. It's more a couple of areas. So I do think now, maybe most people don't need the blue light in there. Of course, if it's there, great. It's nice to have. But if you don't suffer from acne, then you don't really need to get a mask that has it. It's just a nice to have, I guess. So what I'm saying is, if you don't have acne, the Series 2 mask could be perfectly fine. But it's not just the blue, because this new multi-light mask also has the green and the amber. Now the green, I'm not as excited about that as I was 6 months ago. I don't use it, and it has a good place for migraines. We've written an article on green light over at Light Therapy Insiders. Check that out. So yeah, I'm not too phased about that. The amber, on the other hand, yeah, I think this is a lot more exciting because there is a bit of research around anti-aging and skin rejuvenation with the amber. So I think this is a nice addition. Is it needed? Again, for the benefits of photobiomodulation on the skin, anti-aging, cellular activity, all those good things, collagen synthesis, wrinkle reduction, fine line reduction, skin blemishes, all of those things we're trying to address. Red in the 630 and maybe 830 is really all you need. The rest are kind of bonuses. So that's what's different. The other thing to note is that these colors, these wavelengths, aren't evenly spread. If you look on their website, it'll show a map, and they market this as LED facial mapping as if it's a feature. Personally, I think it's more of a marketing play, because to fit 6 different wavelengths all across the mask would be quite tricky to do and quite expensive. And then it would probably reduce the amount of power the most effective wavelengths are getting, your 630s and your 830s, for instance. So I think what they do is they spread it around a little bit and balance it out, and then spin it in a way where it's like, hey, you get the green that does this and here, and you get the yellow here, and I don't know. Look, It's kind of cool. There's a bit of benefit, but really, if you want the benefits of amber, you want it everywhere, right? So yeah, I think there's a bit of marketing, a bit of restrictions around engineering, and of course the accounting department coming in and saying, look, if you put it everywhere, it's going to be $1,000 mask. It's not going to sell. So just keep that in mind around this new mask. The other thing as well is this new mask has a new controller with built-in modes. Some of these modes, like, I don't know, I really wonder how many people actually use these different modes. I wouldn't be surprised if, I don't know, using the whole 80-20 rule, 80% of people only use the red light, anti-aging, and maybe acne mode. It's probably even more than that. It's probably 90% don't even use modes. In all of my testing, even when I gave masks to my wife and friends to test when I was doing my reviews, people sort of play around with the modes the first session, and then they just resort to the standard, whatever the best anti-aging mode is, and that's it. So yeah, there's my feedback on all of this. Knowing all of this now, the new Multilight comes in at $570. That's $100 more than the CurrentBody Series 2 mask. Now, I should mention, I do have discount codes. Check the links down below. Actually, I've got a Black Friday discount for CurrentBody as well. It's an exclusive offer, so I'll put a link to the Black Friday exclusive email subscriber list if you want to jump on that and get that code. It knocks off quite a lot. So definitely take advantage of those codes. But still, $100 more. What are you really getting for that money? The new controller, kind of cool, whatever. Blue light, great if you have acne. Green light, not worried about that. And then some amber lights. So here are my thoughts. Unless you suffer from acne, don't bother with the Multilight. Just stick with the CurrentBody 2. That's my recommendation. Saying that, I may look at reviewing one of these. I don't know, there's so many masks now. And as you can tell, I'm not that excited by it. But look, here's the deal. I get so many people asking me to review this, review that. So what I've done is I've set up a page where you can go in and tell me the company product that you want me to review. And what I'll do is I'll crunch the numbers, my team and I, and we'll see, look, if we get a lot of interest in the CurrentBody Multilight, then yeah, we'll do it because we know you guys want to see the review and it's going to be worth our time and effort. So there's a link to that page down below. Likewise, if you want me to message the Theraface Glow, I kind of want to review that anyway, but I'm not too bothered about the CurrentBody Multilight. Again though, if you want me to review it, links down below. And send your recommendations through. All right, now the last one is the Dr. Rajani. I hope I said that right. The Dr. Rajani PlasmaGlo mask. Now, I wasn't even aware of this, so it sort of popped up in the last few weeks, and I was like, oh gosh, it's quite a popular mask. Haven't used it. I'm just going off what's on their website. So here's what we need to know. $425, good price point. Fit. It's a soft shell silicone mask. So yeah, I'm sure it fits okay, but you never know until you wear it. I mean, again, just check out all my reviews and some of them are horrible. What's unique though is it's got this Joel, I think that's how you say it, chin strap, under jaw strap. But it's not like the CurrentBody one where it's built into the mask. This one sort of hangs and then you strap it over or adjust it. That's good. Adjustment's good. People have different size faces and everything. The downside is though, you just look at the photos on the website. It's straps everywhere and I'm like, oh gosh, that's not going to be fun putting on and off. And you already look silly enough wearing these masks. Now it's extra silly. So there's that. And then I also saw another version of his mask that had a headpiece. And I was just kind of like, oh my God, it's a full rat. I shouldn't laugh. I mean, it makes sense. You're trying to treat different areas. Personally, I don't think you need the top point unless you're someone like me and you're trying to treat the skin. But most of the buyers are female. Yeah, and there's a lot of headsets. I don't get that bit. The underbit, sure, good. I think it could be designed better. I like the CurrentBody design personally. What else? It's got the 630, 830, 415 wavelengths. Your core three in terms of anti-aging and then acne. Already covered the acne. You're paying for the 415 even if you don't suffer from acne, so just keep that in mind. And then what about this PlasmaGlo technology, the LED technology leading to optimal light saturation, light coverage on the skin? I sort of look into it and I think it's a bit of a marketing play. The thing is, you got to remember all these LEDs on masks are against the skin, right? Yes, you can get LEDs that spread the light. It's called beam angle. We've done, I think, an article on this, or maybe 2 articles on it. Spreads the light, so that light spread is better. What is better though, or another way to get better coverage on the skin, is to put in more LEDs, right? So instead of having one here and another, one here and another one there, and you've got this big gap in the middle, and then they try engineer it so that light spreads, you could just have one here, one there, and then a third one in the middle, right? And you pack in more LEDs and you get even better light coverage. Now I say that because this Dr. Rajani mask only has 78 LED bulbs. Now each of those bulbs has 3 LED chips in it, so you get your 234 LED chips, but the bulbs are not on the high side. Remember, the Theraface had like 500 and something LED chips. The Dr. Rajani one's less than half, it's 230. So I think the PlasmaGlo is a bit of a play. I think a better way to solve this problem is to put more LEDs in and spread it out. So that's my feedback. $425. Okay, I'm sure there's some deals out there. I don't have any at the moment. Stay tuned. I'll try to get one. It's unique with the strap, but otherwise, I can't see how it's any more special than, say a block blue light mask, or a lot of these other Project E masks, or a lot of these other masks that I tested that came in at a lot lower price points. Before you go, I said there was something exciting coming that I wanted to share with you. And I have got wind of a very cool mask coming out that has excited me. I'm like, wow, this is cool. I like it. I can't say anything, unfortunately. All I can say is it's happening and it should be out soon. So I'm going to put up a landing page, jump on the email list. I'm actually working with this company to see if I can get a launch special just for you guys, because I think it's going to be good. So chuck in some freebies or something. So again, jump on this list and stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right, guys, bye.